This is the 2020 version. Right. So it's like this OB6 patch that we used, and it just has this really interesting life to it.
This episode is being supported by Tape It, the iPhone recording app made for musicians by musicians.
There's a shelf of songs, and sometimes when we write, start a song on a record, the writing process for a record will, try to get it onto that record. And if it doesn't work out, or if we can't find either the production execution, or if it's lacking the right sort of release of a chorus, then it doesn't make it and it goes on the shelf. So there's a healthy number of tracks still on the shelf. Some of them are from like 10 years ago. But because we believe in them, we'll try to sort of reapproach them on every record. So the initial version of this started in 2018. There was always kind of this like broken beat identity to it. So I'll play some of that.
So this is the demo or the original version from 2018?
Yes, this is it.
Right.
What a man. What am I supposed to do with you? Lying there, asleep on the floor. I wanna know and take a walk. You can take a walk in my head, under my bed.
Interesting. So the music has changed quite a lot, really.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess in reference to what we were talking about before, about the initial spark of something, and whatever that spark is, if it is melodically or if there's elements that came about initially. Interestingly, this one we came around in terms of utilizing the winding lead that comes in, the gated nature of that. Some of those things felt like they retained, but then the identity was always kind of confused, I think, or not confused, but it was kind of not sure what it was. I'll play a few other just really short snippets of other things we tried. This is a version of it that I think we were going for like a more sort of Afro drum programming 4/4 thing.
Fire burning higher. I want you to kiss me, touch me.
I'll go forward a bit. So that was that. Another iteration from 2018. Again, it was the drums being inspired by the rhythm, like the fire. But then that also felt like it didn't articulate the idea or represent it in the best way. So we kind of left it for that record. That was for Solace, our third record. And then for our fourth record, Surrender, we re-attacked it. And from those sessions came this like really one of my favorite breakdowns we've made, I think, is this like
fire burning.
Time for a quick Tape It feature highlight. Among the various ways Tape It helps you organize your voice notes, you can create mixtapes. If you're working on a particular song or want to group specific ideas, you can add them to a mixtape. And the best thing is, you can invite bandmates or writing partners to collaborate on them so they can add their ideas to the mixtape as well. To find out more, follow the link in the description or use the promo code TAPENOTES for 20% off Tape It Pro.
This is the 2020 version. Right. So it's like this OB6 patch that we used, and it just has this really interesting life to it, and whatever the way it moves around, I always have loved. I think we've always loved that. So that element came from those sessions. but then the way it drops, you know, is like still. I think I'll play it.
I must be losing my mind.
So that was the drop we had for that. Again, I think me and Ty were pushing for it more to go on that record. And I think maybe I was like trying to force it because I loved the song so much. But thankfully, John didn't agree, and we listened to that. And I think it was a really good decision.
Yeah, we have a good democracy here. So if someone's not really feeling something, this got really close to going on the record. It was getting in the mixing stage and close to mastering stage even. But I wasn't feeling it fully, and was just trying to follow my gut with that too. And I'm glad that we, you know, put it on the shelf and everyone was okay with that, to bring up for this next record. And then we really started to find what that identity was, and something that, I don't know, fit the record. I think that maybe that is still a good version that was there, just like also just didn't feel quite right amongst the rest of the songs that we had going for Surrender to me. But I became much more satisfied with where we got the drum programming to, and the feeling of the song. And yeah, this extra sample use that we had in the final version, and the drops and stuff. So it started to really make sense to me a lot more, and yeah, we got a lot more happy with it.